suicide, I would learn their stories, and I would be concerned because what could we do differently to help support those people that were in such a terrible situation that they felt there was no hope. And then we had more suicides, and pretty soon I realized, and we realized, that in 1 year we'd had more suicides than we'd had in the previous 5 years total. And we realized there was a problem. So the council helped get people together. We've brought our faith communities, our veterans, our community groups, Yumi We Oakley, and we are training people to be aware and be there for people if they need help. Unfortunately, I've been in the situation where I've had to ask somebody, do you think you're going to hurt yourself? Do you want to kill yourself? And that is not an easy situation to be in, because you're afraid of what the answer is going to be. What I'm here for is that I was able to say there's a problem and we need to do something. And I'm so grateful to Vanessa and the rest of the committee that organized this walk, because you all are making a difference. I ask you to look at your neighbor who may be living alone, or looking at the kid that comes to your house that looks like they're struggling, or stand in the line at the grocery store at the person that may be alone and just needs that look in the face that says, hi, I'm happy you're here. Get your training if you can. Thank you for coming out. Bless you.
Our next guest has been part of the planning committee that put this walk together. She is also an Army combat vet and is currently a field representative for County Supervisor Mary Pifo. She's someone who I am grateful to know, and I'm thankful to welcome Melissa Margain.
I'm giving out free hugs, okay? Okay, so I agree with Diane in saying that this event is extremely emotional. I went back and forth with how I was going to address you all. And what was most comfortable for me was to write down my thoughts in a poem. So if that's okay with you, I'd like to share with you some of my thoughts. Be mindful of your thoughts. Focus on positive, euphoric, synchronistic parts of life, rather than the constant vibration of echoing thunderstorms. I need you to dream in color. No more monochrome depictions of inaccurate descriptions of an uncertain future laced with what ifs and maybes. And no, you aren't crazy. See, I've struggled with those same thoughts. And I went back and forth with whether or not I should admit that I relate, because at one point we both believed that that was our only escape, but it's not. And having the love of family is great, and it helps, but what's the point of their love when we don't love ourselves? See, I was always so enamored with helping people finish a race that I had yet started. They say you reap what you sow, but I neglected my own harvest. Planting seeds for life, but I found no sustenance in my own garden. I was spiritually starving. See, I would park myself in the dark like a caterpillar in a cocoon. But in reality, I was a dung beetle in spit. And when the spit hit the ground, there were no butterflies to be found, except in my stomach. I was once a student at Suicide High. See, the first year I took theory class, planning, contemplating. By the second year, I was a scientist with razors, doing trial and error experiments, learning the anatomy of a wrist, fumbling. So by the third year, there were dropouts. And unfortunately, that meant that they passed the class. So by the fourth year, we were tying nooses like neckties and popping pills like Mentos and Pepsi minefields. While I was spinning Russia's roulette like the Price is Right wheel. So I challenge you today, hold someone's hand for strength. And I know it's not easy, and I'm trying to spare the feel of my truth through the luxury of lying. And I know life isn't perfect, but hold on, because it's worth it. Thank you.
Free hugs all day, people, free hugs. We're very grateful to have such support here in Oakley and have such amazing people working towards this goal. We've got just a couple more speakers. It's kind of overwhelming. So let's talk about the beads real quick. So I wear blue because I obviously support suicide prevention and awareness. I wear green because since I was a teen, or as a teen, I was first diagnosed with depression, anxiety, and panic disorder. And this is something that I have not shared before, but this is a day of sharing. And if my story and me being up here and not passing out is any motivation for any of you, then I'm okay with that. And so you can do it, trust me. It's tough, but you can do it, and you just keep pushing yourself, and it gets easier each time, and you can achieve your goals. And I wear purple. I lost one of my friends the end of 10th grade year, and I lost my best friend to suicide 4 years ago. So this is a cause that's near and dear to my heart, and something that I don't want to see in our community or anywhere. I want us all to just live and be happy and come together. So let's see if we can start that today. We've got just a couple more speakers and then we'll get started. Can I have the planning committee come up to the stage with me and stand with me? Red shirts.